Last we left our tale, our adventurers found themselves at the peak of everything. The elemental plane of air in danger of losing its arbiter, and the world in danger of falling to the hands of change. The sadist, wielding her lance, fighting alongside our player characters, our main characters. While Bloom, who seems to know Skaemon from a past that he hasn't experienced yet, fights to stop Jane Doe. The ever-shifting entity before you, up in the sky, as she engages in combat with Tatsumaki, the Great Tempest. You find yourselves suspended in the air. A flying speed, for those who cannot normally fly, equal to your walking speeds. Dead bodies floating around you in the sky. The Arbiter thundering, crackling with lightning. We are back to the top of initiative. Which brings us not to the Voidlings, but to Tatsumaki. As the Tempest crackles and lightning strikes towards the Changelords, towards the Voidlings, towards Jane herself, electricity firing with a precision that a storm normally would not have. The bolts strike, but as they shoot towards Jane Doe, she vanishes, reappearing a few inches to the left, her position changing. As she cackles, her voice unnatural and unfamiliar.
Wow. You think you can stop me? After everything I've worked for, everything I've done.
Her gaze turns as she sees the three of you.
Well, looks like you finally arrived to the party. Time, ambition. Welcome to the end of the world. You can't hold this any longer. I've worked far too long. Far too long to allow this to fail. Go on, try it. Try and kill me. I can't die. It'll just change again and again and again and again until nothing is permanent. This is where you die. Ambition's chosen. It sucks. I would have loved to see what you became, but you chose to stand in my way. Sure, maybe I changed my mind by letting you help, but really, you can't trust ambition to get too close.
That brings us to Jane Doe. As she snaps her fingers, a magic curling around her and strikes into Tatsumaki, she continues to sing. The impact seems to do very little. Maybe it's because Tatsumaki is strong, maybe it's because Jane wasn't trying too hard yet. But either way, the impact of Jane's magic seems to do very little. That brings us to the Voidlings. As two are going to go ahead and take attacks against Bloom here. I believe those both hit, but Bloom, that is a 23 and a 17.
Yeah, both hit. Meeting armor class hits, right?
Yes, meets it, beats it.
Okay.
And I just remembered these guys have two attacks, but that's a 14 and a 10 on the second for those two.
Yeah, so those both miss.
So that's 2 hits out of 4 attacks. Reminder that you are carrying the Bone Lance, which means you cannot drop below 1 hit point, but it will grow weaker if you get hit well at 1.
Okay.
That is, the first hit is going to be 9 points of damage.
Is it lightning?
No, it is not. Most of that is void damage, but 4 of it is bludgeoning. And then the second hit is worse. That is 6 bludgeoning and 7 void damage, so 13 damage total. The other voidlings, 2 are going to move up on Scamon at this point. That's a natural 1 and a 22, a 14, and an 18.
Three of those hit.
3 hits, okay. 6 bludgeoning, 6 void from the first hit. 4 bludgeoning, 6 void from the second. And 6 bludgeoning, 6 void from the third. So you take 34 damage total.
Okay. Fuck.
And one voidling is going to take a strike, a pair of strikes at Whimsy. That is a 9 and a 22.
The 22 hits.
That is 5 bludgeoning and 4 void, so 9 damage total. That brings us to Scamon, you're up.
Wonderful. Did I do that?
Oh, I still have Armor of Agathis real quick, so they take
Right.
10 damage.
10 points
Cool.
damage, gotcha.
Huh.
All right, what you doing, Scamon?
Dying. Unfortunately. This is not going well.
You're not down, are you?
No, not yet. I'm below 10.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does. It's a problem. How close are these guys to me and each other?
The voidlings are within 15 feet of you, probably within 5 feet of each other.
Perfect. Okay. You need to stop being slow and go to this and go to that. No, I can't do that this turn. I need to. I'm casting Cure Wounds at 3rd level
Okay.
on myself. I cannot risk that right now. He's going to. I say back up. He's going to kind of go up and back a bit.
Okay, fair enough. You pull away from the voidlings. One of them is going to take an attack of opportunity. That is a 12.
Do that?
Yeah? That's a 12, though.
Reach. Good.
I
forgot about their stupid fucking reach.
Yeah, they have a lot of reach.
I hate
Is that all?
It's gonna have to be.
That brings us to the
Oh no, I'm going
remaining.
invisible.
You're going
I
invisible.
bonus action to go invisible. Fuck me.
Okay. That brings us to the remaining mortal guards who are going to open fire. They do manage to hit a few of the voidlings as the one of the ones in melee with Bloom, the 2 that were in melee with Scamon, and the one in melee with Whimsy.
Can I make a question about that?
Hmm?
Wasn't I invisible?
Um,
I'm just remembering that now.
yes, you are.
Do I
was
still get
also as
attacked?
well.
You
with
do,
greater
yes.
invisibility.
Okay, interesting.
Both of you do still get targeted.
Cool. Thank you.
Um,
I just want to be sure.
yeah, one of the Voidlings in melee with Bloom, the one in melee with Whimsy, and the two that were in melee with Skamon get hit. And the one that was in melee with Whimsy actually gets, like, turned into a puddle as the bullet tears through it. That brings us to the Sanguine Blade, who kind of glances towards Jane Doe, then looks back at, kind of back in... The only one that she can see is Skamon. She's going to call out...
But Skamon's invisible.
She can't see any of you.
Can't see any of them.
But she is gonna kind of call out as she says, I don't know what your fight is here, but that thing ain't mine. And she's going to take an attack on one of the changelords. Ooh, that barely hits. And is going to do a lot of damage. How much health do you have left? Oh, he barely lives. As she thrusts the lance through the air, it pierces through his chest and kind of stops basically right at the handle. As he coughs up blood, she flicks her wrist as another lance pulls itself out of her arm. That brings us to Bloom. You shimmer back into existence. What do you do?
Before I make my turn, I would like to ask a question, logistically.
Okay.
When Bloom dies in a timeline, does she just get sent back to Happy Fun Place? Or does she die?
Bloom's home plane has effectively been... She's basically a Fae, but the garden is her home plane instead of the Feywild.
So that means that she doesn't die.
Correct. She
Okay.
She juts back to the garden if she drops to 0.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I just needed to make sure before I did something absolutely stupid. I'm still gonna do something stupid, but
she can drop to 0, but if she were to die, she gets jutted back to the garden.
yeah. Okay. So we're going to have a happy fun time here.
Mm-hmm.
I have a flying speed now, right?
For now, yeah.
So I'm going to turn around to see Jane Doe, start flying up to her. You were wrong about one thing. Change isn't everything. There are few things that are permanent, such as names. And then getting really close, using her action to give Jane Doe almost like a hug, and then putting her mouth to her ear. And at this point, I still have thaumaturgy active. So I just fucking yell in her ear, Jane Doe!
As the name echoes, as you approach, she looks at you, and you hear, "Who in the hell are you?" And as you shout the name, you see she suddenly solidifies. She stops shifting. She stops changing. The woman you see, who was already trying to shove Bloom away, is a kind of small human woman, standing maybe 5'1", 5'2", dressed in black and gold, long white hair and a golden mask that covers the top half of her face. And her eyes are this incredibly bright blue, while her skin is nearly translucent pale. as the shot, like the ice white or ice blue eyes widen in shock at the mention of her name. She is going to use her reaction to attempt to force a change. She has to roll for it now, though, because she has been identified. She does succeed, and with her reaction, she teleports you 20 feet back. Just enough that you are off her, but I think you would still have enough movement to get up to her.
Question about her changing. Do I have to is there another like full action to say her name again before she permanizes?
She's not, it's not her that's changing. She was forcing a change in the environment. She still has some of the abilities of change.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. But she has been identified. You see parts of her trying to shift, but it changes color for a moment, but then stays. She can't seem to change herself any longer.
Okay. So there's a very specific thing that I want to do, and if this doesn't work, just like tell me.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to be I want to move myself to be in a position where if I were to throw the bone lance, I would be throwing it through her, like I would hit her and it would pierce through her and it would go down onto the battlefield.
Okay.
Not to hit anybody, just to clatter onto the field.
Mm-hmm. So, as a reminder, there is no floor right now.
There is no floor. Okay.
You are up in the clouds, but you can position yourself where the lance would kind of fly in the direction of the battlefield.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack.
And as I like hurl this lance, Bloom's gonna say, I'm sorry that you're too far gone. I would have liked to help you. And then actually don't know what the modifier for that attack roll is.
It's...
Because I don't have the stats for the weapon.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. It would be your strength plus... how many hit points are you missing?
90... Wait, hold on. 102.
It would be your strength plus... I think plus 10.
Okay.
Plus your proficiency.
Okay, so I will do... So it's plus 17. That's sick.
Mm-hmm. Roll to hit. As you hurl this lance towards Jane Doe, and her armor class is also not ever shifting anymore.
32?
Hits. As the lance pierces through her, the first time any of you have seen her injured, as blood, red blood, regular blood, comes spraying from the wound. Go ahead and roll. It is... Math, hang on. Because it's the 2d6 for the regular lance on its own, and then you're missing 102 hit points.
Yeah.
So then it's another... I believe that would be another 10d6 on top of that.
Plus a d4, right?
Plus a d4, yeah. Bina?
I went Jesus.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Rolling. That'll be 50 damage.
50 plus your strength.
Plus strength is 1. So 51.
And then are you doing Glacier's thing?
Yes, for an extra d6.
Mm-hmm. And you have 2 attacks as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You said that it'd take a full action to do the name, though, right?
Yeah, so you would have had to action surge to make the attack.
Yeah, that is what she would have done. She would have said, like, I'm sorry that I couldn't have helped you. And then her eyes start glowing green as like this energy seeps out of her eyes and into her hands, forcing her arm to move. One.
And then
Okay, 56 points of damage then.
yeah, 56. And then it's okay. You hurl the lance through the air as it pierces through, like tears itself through her abdomen. Blood spraying out from the wound as she cries out in pain, her voice echoing. Now, still, there's an element of it that's trying to change as you hear,
No!
"Don't leave me!
Don't leave me to die!
No! I've been so loyal!" And is there anything else you would like to do?
Yes, there is. I would like to... You know what? Yeah, just pummel with damage. Let's do it. We'll throw Thunderbolt Chained.
You used both of your attacks to throw the lance.
Did I?
Yeah. The lance takes a full action, but it adds extra damage based on how many attacks you're losing.
Right, I forgot about that. My bad.
No, you're good,
then,
you're good.
No, there's nothing else that I do, but I'm going to, like, call down to the battlefield with Thaumaturgy again.
Thaumaturgy
Scam-
still in place.
You need this more than I! Catch!
As the lance hurls through the sky in your general direction, Scamon. That brings us to the Changelords, who can see Bloom and the Sanguine Blade and the Mortal Guards, and no one else. Because the Changelords, most of them, don't have dark vision. A couple of them do.
Vision?
Blind sight is what I meant to say. A couple of them do have blind sight. And I think one of them is going to shoot lightning in Skamon's direction. Natural 1.
Good.
And then that's going to be 2 attacks at Bloom, which is a 15 and a 14.
Both miss.
2 jolts of electricity come flying in your direction as these elemental, these like semi-elemental beings move and shift around to try and get a better shot at you. And they both fail their saves. Okay, good to know. That brings us to Whimsy. You're up.
Hell yeah. Alrighty. How much should I have to move, if at all, to be at a distance to both Jane Doe and Tatsumaki to get both of them in a 60-foot cone?
They are pretty close to one another. It would not be too difficult to get them both in a 60-foot cone. However, Bloom would also be caught in that.
Just to note, I have 10 hit points. That's all.
See, I do think if Bloom's in it. Oh wait, no, Glacier wouldn't be because Bloom flew off of Glacier. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Glacier did use her movement to go to Bloom.
Okay, so.
Okay, so Glacier's also in it. Do you want to hurt the dragon?
There's no way I could position it where at least Glacier won't get in there.
Not easily. Roll an intelligence check for me. To see how good at math Whimsy is. How good at geometry she is.
Oh no. Okay, Whimsy, let's see. Okay, it makes sense. It's a 9.
Yeah, finding an angle that gets Jane Doe and Tatsumaki without getting Glacier or Bloom is going to be hard just because of the positioning that Tatsumaki teleported Bloom to.
Alright, well, Whimsy is gonna assume that if Glacier is affected by cold magic, that's honestly on them. They need a respec. So... we have max damage on this spell. So she's gonna go ahead and she's gonna Kona cold all these motherfuckers, so that's 64 cold.
And that's a con save for both of them?
Yes.
What is your DC? Ooh.
17.
Jane fails. Give me half a second. I need to grab a book real quick.
Wait, does this hit me too?
Yeah.
Shit.
Bloom, you do also need to roll a con save, yes.
On save, okay.
I will say the only reason that she's getting it, and she would not have done this if Bloom didn't yell at her this morning. She's salty as fuck.
18.
I think 18 saves?
Yeah, it does.
14 fails though, right?
Indeed.
So both Tatsumaki and Jane Doe fail. And it was 60 damage? 62?
64.
64.
Actually, more than that because I have my modifier on it, so
True.
69. Hell yeah.
You line yourself up and unleash this cone of frozen energy, which suddenly captures Bloom in its radius, Glacier in its radius, Tatsumaki, Jane Doe, and a pair of...
and Glacier.
I said Glacier.
Oh, you did? Okay. I just can't hear, apparently.
You silly. And a pair of voidlings, which one fails, one saves. Bloom.
Yeah.
As the cold encases you, you feel your consciousness beginning to flicker and fade when you hear a clicking. More like a ticking sound.
Wait, how much damage does this do?
It would have been
More than 10.
34.
More than 10?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
As you feel your consciousness fading, you hear a ticking sound as a voice, a familiar voice, pushes into your mind as Nebulous speaks. One more try. And you are rewound to full health.
Sick.
Fuck yeah.
Anything else, Whimsy? As the cone of cold fades, you see two puddles where there had been voidlings a moment before. Jane Doe's wound is frozen over now, kind of icicles of blood dripping from, or sticking out from where the lance had torn through her abdomen. She looks like she's in pain, but still her voice seems to pull itself from her throat, echoing that song that you cannot understand. And the tempest, the storm, kind of shifts its attention towards you as you see bits of the kind of sky snake have been frozen into ice.
All right. I don't know how obvious she wants to be about it. I don't think she's quite that stupid. We do see who I guess the bigger threat at the moment is. I'm also going to, on that damage, expend sorcery points to try to freeze Jane Doe.
Right, that makes sense. That's a con save?
Yes.
Ooh.
The search?
It's a 16, which I think fails, right?
It does.
So she is
All right.
paralyzed.
Paralyzed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
As her the ice kind of crawls up from where it froze her blood, and you see her kind of muscles seizing up, and she is paralyzed. What was that, Bina?
Did Whimsy roll the search?
Did you roll to see if you surge?
I did. I did not.
Okay. Anything else?
Nay. That's gonna be my go at it.
Alrighty. That brings us to change. The song still echoes from the remaining voidlings, changelords, and though Jane Doe is paralyzed, it still seems to echo from her as if it's something speaking through her. However, Jane Doe has been identified, which means the change effect is a universal effect now, instead of each of you rolling individually. That is a ooh. I need each of you to roll me a d100.
Okay.
I love that. So that each of you don't have to roll individually. I'm gonna need everyone to roll individually now.
32.
How that works.
I'm
87.
I'm so sorry, Bloom. You said 32?
Yeah.
Your hit points are set to 32. It's game on. Yours are set to 87. Whimsy?
My max hit points?
Your current hit points, not your max.
Oh, thank fuck. Okay.
That's what I was at the start of session. What the fuck?
I love that. That's great.
Whimsy?
33.
Your current hit points are set to 33. However, this also applies for everyone else, and Tatsumaki currently has more than 100 hit points, so she is losing health from this. Oh. Okay.
Oh no.
Jane Doe. Okay. Sanguine Blade. This is actually bad for her. And
What a shame. Anyways.
okay. As the energy kind of seems to suck the life from some people and push the life back into others. The song echoing, you see Jane Doe seems to kind of weaken, and all at once the storm rapidly seems to die down. As Tatsumaki's eyes kind of widen and the echoing voice roars, the echoing voice kind of roars out, "What kind of dark magic?" That brings us to Tatsumaki, who is now at very few hit points. And she is going to Lightning Storm. Which is a very indiscriminate attack. I need dex saves from all of you.
Alright.
Well, hey, at least my dexterity isn't my fucking
Jane
whatever
fails.
it was earlier.
Oh, that's a natural one.
Fails.
For 9.
Fails. 9 fails. Saves. Okay. 1 save of the NPCs, which was one of the mortal guards.
Okay, is the void changed, whatever the fuck person, the one that was the secretary, is that one still alive?
No, I don't think so.
Good, because I forgot that one had a bleed in it. What? Okay. Dex saving throw, you said?
Yes.
21.
21 saves. Whimsy?
Oh, wait. No, not 21. 25.
25 saves. Whimsy?
13.
13 fails. As the lightning crackles and echoes out from Tatsumaki, striking everything within its radius, the storm echoing with rage and anger. Skaemon, you are going to take half damage. Everyone else is going to take 25 points of lightning damage.
Alrighty, that's halved for me.
Yeah, it is half for you. So Bloom and Skaemon, you both take 12. And the one random mortal guard who saved also takes 12. You see multiple changelords immediately just fucking fried, turn to like charred skin and bone as they are struck down by the lightning strike. And Jane Doe is clinging to life. She seems to be refusing to die. Speaking of, that brings us to Jane Doe. She can. She is going to kind of place a hand against her chest as her voice continues to sing, and she speaks.
Just a reminder, she is still paralyzed.
You're right, never mind, she can't do that. I totally forgot.
No, do nothing is what
She's going to do absolutely nothing. That brings us to the Voidlings. Which that is no, they were all just damaged by Tatsumaki. They're all incorporeal. They can't target anyone. So that brings us to Skaemon.
Yay. Great. So Bloom threw the lance at me?
In your general direction.
My general direction. Okay.
So that you could catch it because you're very low on hit points.
Were very low on hit points.
I was very low on hit points. Not anymore. If I grab it, do I have to use it?
No.
Okay. Okay. In that case, how far away is Jane Doe from me right now?
Probably about 30 feet, give or take.
Okay. Alright, might as well. Skaemon is going to slowly become visible as he is flying towards the lance. More so to make sure it can't get into like a voidling's hands, because that can cause problems potentially. Or
You
so grabbing that.
you grab onto the lance.
Can cause problems, yes, but that's the fun of it. I guess we are just gonna continue momentum and try and just stab it through her chest or her skull or something.
With the lance?
With the lance, yeah.
Okay. So you have 2 attacks?
I do.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming this doesn't count with the dual wielder.
No. How many hit points are you missing?
calculate this. Significantly less than previously, but so, you know, both a good thing and a bad thing. Let me just double check this. 28.
Okay. So you have... It's an extra +3 on top of your strength plus your proficiency, and an extra, and 5d6 plus your strength for damage.
Cool. Alright, let's see if this fucker hits. So that's
Is this against Jane Doe?
plus
This
strength.
would be, yeah.
Okay.
Proficiency
You have
plus
advantage, and
strength
if you're
plus-
in 5 feet, it's a crit.
I can't be within 5 feet with the lance, because otherwise it would be disadvantage. I
It
mean,
evens
technically,
out.
I still could. It does even out.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. Are you
So,
are you
okay,
throwing
said
it or are you stabbing it?
proficiency- I don't know yet. So it was proficiency, strength,
And an extra 3.
and an extra 3. So 8. My strength is low. Alright. I kind of just want to stab her with it, honestly. I'm not gonna throw it.
Okay.
It does more damage technically if I throw it, but I don't want to. I'm just gonna stab her with it.
But you crit if you stab her,
That's true.
because she's paralyzed.
That's true. So that's at that would be the advantage canceling out the disadvantage then. Okay, cool.
Well, you
So,
wouldn't get disadvantage if you're stabbing in melee. This doesn't use an actual lance stat block.
Why
It's
does
only...
my mic keep cutting out?
I don't know.
Sorry, my mic keeps cutting out, so it makes the volume cut out of my computer for a second because it tries to reconnect everything. So I caught most of what you just said, but can you repeat the last sentence to me?
It is not at disadvantage if you are attacking with... if you are stabbing well within 5 feet. This does not use an actual lance stat block.
Okay. Never mind then. So I do have advantage on
Yes.
that. Well, that's going to be plus 8 is 26.
Hits. Roll damage. You do crit.
Okay, so
It's
that's
5d6 plus your strength.
plus
Your strength.
Yeah. But since it's a crit, it's plus the
Plus another 30. Yes.
40. Yeah. Math. Quick math. Where the fuck are my d6s coming from? $46.
46 points of damage. As you thrust the lance up, it shatters the ice kind of around her chest and draws even more blood. As she tries to scream, but her throat is still frozen over, and all that comes out is this garbled pain and the song that still echoes. She is not looking happy.
Great. Cool. And with that, Gaiman is going to once again go invisible.
Okay. That brings us to the mortal guards. There are only a couple of them left. One changelord is hit and takes some damage. That brings us to the sanguine blade, who There are 3 Sanguine Lords who remain at this point, as the Sanguine Blade is going to hurl her lance at another one of them.
Wait, what lords?
Change Lords.
Yeah, you said Sanguine Lords.
Oh, I meant Change Lords. That's my bad. As she hurls her blade at one of the Change Lords, that is going to hit, and he does not have a lot of health. This is almost guaranteed to... Yeah, he's dead. As she hurls the lance at him, it skewers through his skull and tears it from his body. That brings us to Bloom.
All right. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
With the paralysis, how does the crit work? It's only on a
melee hit.
Only a melee hit, so my daggers will do absolutely jack shit.
I mean, you still get advantage on a ranged attack.
Okay. Because I was wondering if I hit it with if I hit with Thunderbolt and then the actual thunder hit, like the lightning bolt hit.
She can't roll dex saves while paralyzed. She automatically fails, so that would do full damage.
That is 6. So then we are gonna throw Thunderbolt.
Okay, roll to hit.
Yeah.
You do have advantage.
Advantage. I don't need it. Actually, I did need it because it got me a nat 20, baby!
Let's go! Who cares about not
29.
getting the auto crit? For 29?
Look at that.
Yeah, for 29.
Yeah, that definitely hits. Roll damage.
Alright.
And she fails her dex save. You don't get the crit damage on the 3d10 from the lightning strike, but
I do get an extra 12 damage from the d6s.
from the 2d6s, yeah. And she does not have any resistances well identified, so you can
So look, I literally rolled so shitty.
Still a crit, and she still auto-fails the dex save.
33 points of damage.
As the bolt of lightning strikes into Jane Doe, you see her body begins to go limp, but the song echoing energy kind of comes from her throat, wraps around her, and you see it forcibly return the life to her. But it seems to drain her of a lot of energy.
Okay. Can I also say that I did Glacier's...
Yeah.
Okay, that's an extra 2 points of damage.
But that would count for the crit, I would say.
Oh, okay, so then that's extra 8 points damage.
There we go. As the song seems to force her to stay up, it drains her of a lot of energy. But I don't know if Venti had a stroke or that was just the song.
Yeah.
I think that's just the strong. It did that last time.
Okay.
Strong.
Gotcha. The strong.
Whatever the fuck I said.
As the song seems to force her to stay up, to stay alive, but drains her drains her of a lot of her energy. Anything else? That was your first attack.
That was my first attack. Hold on. Do we throw the fire dagger or the poison dagger? Fire dagger does more damage, and has a possibility of killing her, and then the poison dagger will poison her. But I don't know how long she's gonna last. I throw the fire dagger. I'll throw the fire. The Dragon Fang dagger. Right at her.
Roll to hit.
I saw the crit, but it didn't happen. I got a 26.
26. That does hit. Roll damage.
That does. I thought you were gonna say that does miss, and I was gonna be like, what? That I didn't mean to do that. That's okay. Okay. That'll be 1, 2, 1, 2. Roll. That'll be 17 points of damage.
17 points of damage. As the dagger pierces, is this the dragon fang or the poison?
This is the dragon fang.
Dragon fang, okay. As the fang of the dragon pierces into her, again, this kind of echoing scream of pain that gets cut off by the frozen throat, and all that you hear is just this kind of warbling to the song that still echoes from her. She is still up.
Interesting. I didn't realize that I had to take a bonus action to command my Drake to do something. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna use my bonus action. For the first time ever, gonna use the intended mechanic, and say, Glacier, finish her. And then moving straight into Glacier's turn, Glacier's gonna fly over to good old happiness, and take a nice old attack. A nice old dragon bite, a little chomp.
Alrighty.
I need to see what that is to hit. I think it's like a +6 or something. But I don't want to I'll just roll a d20, and if I think and if it's like a 1 or something, okay, that actually I do need to check, because it could be something worse. 13 to hit, please, is +3 + PB. That's a unnatural 20 to hit.
20 just misses.
Oh, but I could have gotten a crit.
As Glacier's fangs come down to meet her, Glacier finds that her flesh is tough, almost like leather.
Interesting. Can I bonus action Glacier to yank out the Thunderbolt?
I will allow it.
Okay. Sick. She'll do that, and then I'll yank, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay. There are 2 changelords remaining. One attempts to attack Whimsy. Does a 19 hit?
It woulda, but I'm gonna shield that real quick.
Okay, roll to see if you surge, and the other one's going to attack Bloom. And that definitely misses.
Let's go.
That was still at disadvantage, because I'm still invisible, right?
You still are invisible. Never mind, that would not have been at Whimsy. That would have been at probably Game On.
So same 19.
Right, I'll save that spell slot
Same
then.
same 19, yeah.
Yeah.
3 points of lightning damage.
Fuck you.
That brings us to Whimsy. You're up, and you're still invisible.
Hell yeah.
Did you roll concentration when you got hit by Tatsumaki's thing?
I did not. Let me roll that. Um, 24.
24 definitely saves. Because it's DC 10 or half the damage you took, whichever is higher.
Okay, cute.
So it was probably like DC 12, I think. Jane Doe's paralysis, that ends at the end of your turn, right?
Correct.
Okay. Go on.
All right. Well, first of all, Whimsy is not looking too great anymore after getting her HP suctioned. So I'm going to go ahead and
Not the part
use
of
my
her she
bonus
wants to
action
get sucked.
first. Indeed. I'm gonna go ahead and use my bonus action to take a superior potion of healing and
Okay.
roll a billion d4s. Okay, so that's going to be 28 points of healing. So that gets her a little up. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and she is going to, I mean, seeing like Bloom totally like just fucking plot armor that hit, she doesn't give a shit anymore, so she's just gonna go for another cone of cold and try to hit especially making sure she gets Tatsumaki on this one because she's looking low, but also Jane Doe.
Okay. Roll
Alright.
roll damage. I will make the con saves. I believe Bloom and Glacier are still in the radius for that.
Let me see if I search. I do not.
Tatsumaki does save with a natural 20.
Unfortunate.
And Jane Doe fails with a 13.
I need to make my saving throws.
Mm-hmm.
Dex save?
Dex. No, con.
Con. That's a fucking natural 1. What is it with natural 1s on these saves? I'm gonna roll 1 for Glacier.
Do you have Indomitable at this level?
Do I? Yes, I do! Yes, I do! That's 11. Can I use it twice?
Do you have 2 uses?
Yes.
Does it take a reaction to use?
Does it?
I don't
Let me
remember. It's been a long time since I played a fighter.
Hold on. I need to search that up.
You should be able to click it on your sheet. It'll pop up.
I'm sure I could, but like I don't know where to find that. So I'm just going to search it up and then it will all be happy. Oh, if you do so, you must use the... That's nasty.
Wait.
That is 49 cold damage, by the way.
You shouldn't have 2 uses of Indomitable.
Oh, wait.
Because you get...
Oh, no, that's at 13th
yeah,
level.
you get 2 at 13 levels
That's
of fighter.
11. That's 11.
Because also Ranger is your primary... How many levels of fighter do you have?
Oh, I have 2 levels of fighter. Never mind.
You don't get
I'm
Indomitable.
thinking of Star Child. I'm thinking of Star Child.
Yeah, Star Child would have 2 uses.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Never mind.
So, fails.
Because I was like,
How much damage, sorry?
49.
Okay. Are you doing anything else with your turn? Also, does 49 put you at 0, Bloom?
Yeah.
Okay. You are still here. You're unconscious, but you're still alive. You're rolling death saves, but you have not been sent back to the garden yet.
Okay. Anything else I'm doing?
I will tell you,
Well-
Jane Doe does survive this, if you were wanting to do
Okay,
something
does-
to her specifically.
I don't think that Jane Doe can die right now. Talon is plot armoring her so that she can second phase.
Yeah. What is Tatsumaki looking like?
I want to know if
With
there's
that.
anything else you're doing first.
All right. Yeah. We'll go ahead and spend the sorcery points to try to paralyze Jane again.
Okay. Oh, that's a 17. That is your DC, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So she's not paralyzed, I believe, right? Is that how that worked?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, never mind. I'm an idiot.
Okay. As you line up the cone of cold and unleash the energy, this blast of icy energy encapsulates Bloom, Glacier, Jane, and Tatsumaki, and as it fades away, the storm still raging overhead seems to lose its anchor. The snake of clouds is solidified in a block of ice as Jane Doe's eyes, wide and angry and afraid, her voice echoes.
How
Dare you?
you?
This was perfect! It was perfect!
You'll die for this.
Ambition. It'll be the death of you. Anything else?
Whimsy is laughing her ass off and doing a little air dance. As seeing Tatsumaki go down, she is she's paying attention to Jane Doe, but like it's probably more of a slap in the face. She doesn't really seem to care as much about like, OMG, I might have killed the Arbiter. Okay.
Are you gonna hit skating?
No, that's as I go with it.
Whimsy could have angled it to not hit Skamon, because Skamon and Bloom were on opposite sides of Jane.
Okay, Skamon was also invisible though, would she have known?
I feel like she's been trying to keep track of where he's at, because like he still goes like visible in between his things, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning of his turn, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I feel like Whimsy, if nothing else, is infatuated enough with Skamon to keep her eye on him at all times during a battle.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, that brings us to the lair action. As Jane's anger kind of reverberates the area, you are suddenly underwater. You are suddenly standing on a plane of stone with lava bubbling around you. You are suddenly standing underground in some sort of cave. You are suddenly stood in a dark field of purple grass. You are suddenly stood on a bunch of small floating islands connected by little wooden bridges. Roll a perception check, those of you who are still conscious. Skamon?
One thing I'm good at. The one thing I'm good at, and I roll the second lowest number possible. 13.
Oof.
13. Whimsy?
I didn't roll great on mine either. That's a 14.
In the chaos of it all, you both barely notice. But you do notice. Out of the corner of your eye, on a nearby, currently unoccupied little floating island, a man, gray skin, dressed in heavy armor, a void black sword in hand, as he is in the midst of chanting something, a book open in front of him, and a slight crack in the sky in front of him. As Zahn enters initiative.
Motherfucker.
Yippee.
So give me half a second for that. Tatsumaki leaves initiative, and Zahn goes here. That's really funny. Okay. And in addition, as well, the change effect as the anger kind of roars from Jane Doe, you all feel something bubbling within you. You feel this kind of sensation as this kind of burst of adrenaline rushes through you. As you all gain... Oh my god, I rolled fucking... No, I didn't. I thought I rolled max. The lighting made the 3 look like an 8. You all gain 11 temporary hit points. Normally, temporary hit points wouldn't bring someone back from unconsciousness, but I am going to say that it brings Bloom to consciousness here. Because of the way the magic works.
Awesome.
So you are prone, but you are conscious. That brings us to Jane, who is going to whip around this kind of gold light kind of following her eyes as she looks and tries to see Whimsy, and in not being able to immediately locate her, there's another burst of rage, of anger that whatever this ability she's trying to use was taken from her by the identification. She is going to take a wild swing in front of her, trying to hit Whimsy, but obviously she can't see Whimsy. Ooh, that sucks. Does a 9 hit?
It does not.
How about... That's a little bit better. How about a 12?
That does not.
How about an 11? No, yes, an 11.
Nay.
No, 9. It would have been 11 if it was advantage.
Damn, the 9 got me.
And her last attack, I think it is going to hit 21, but the disadvantage made it not a crit.
Okay.
Just a 21 does hit, I assume?
Yeah, I would, even with my shield, so yes.
That is 10 points of slashing damage. As Jane kind of whips around, kind of claws wildly at the air, almost scratching you, Skamon, but you quickly duck out of the way, as her last swipe catches the edge of your cheek and kind of tears some of the flesh off Whimsy, and her hands are ice cold to the touch. As her voice echoes, sacrifice instead for what you stole from me. As the voice echoes, Jane Doe's turn ends. That brings us to Zahn. His attention kind of shifts as he realizes who's around him. He looks towards the battlefield as his voice calls out, "Thank you."
What the fuck? What just happened? What was said?
Thank you.
I still didn't catch that.
One more time.
Thank you.
One more time.
That which has names. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. There you go. Thank you. Very much.
I couldn't get it either. It was wild.
We tried.
We tried. We tried. I'm gonna
Weird.
fiddle with
We
that a
tried
bit.
again.
I'm gonna fiddle with it more after session. Whatever. As he then turns and is going to continue casting the spell that he is working on. That brings us to the Voidlings. There are... How many left? I think there's 3 left by my count. Whimsy, concentration for getting hit.
Oh, yeah. that still should be okay, but that was shit. 12.
Yeah, because you only took 10 damage, so it's DC 10. Against the Sanguine Blade, that hits. Okay. Against... Yeah, against Bloom, that is... Ooh, that's only a 15.
That misses.
And against one of the last remaining mortal guards, miss. That brings us to Skamon.
Oh boy.
As you see that crack in front of Zahn kind of growing larger, the edges of the portal now visible with a orange shimmer.
Oh boy. Okay. He's looking. He's looking. How far away is Sam?
About 100 feet away.
100 feet away. And the voidlings are corporeal at the moment?
Currently, yes.
They
are all looking very hurt.
Yes. Are they all near each other?
Not super near each other.
How close to each other are they?
Within like 25 to 30 feet of each other.
Damn it. Okay. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that the lance is a magic weapon.
Yes.
Yeah, so that doesn't work, because that specifies a non-magical weapon. What to do? Problems, and I don't want him to leave. But this is also going to be problematic if I leave it. So, okay, who all is, like, singing still?
One remaining Changelord, 3 Voidlings, and Jane Doe.
That's fine. And I saw that Jane Doe didn't seem to stay dead. How far away is the Changelord from me?
The Changelord is about 20 feet off to your left.
To the left. Are they, like, lower down? Or are they sort of same height?
You are on floating platforms now.
We're on
Floating islands. So they are level with you.
I hate that. I mean, Skaman was in the air when we got teleported into the bubble. Would he still be in the air once they got teleported out?
I suppose, yeah, that's fair. Skamon, sure, he's still in the air.
Okay, cool. He's going to, with the lance, dive towards the Changelord, and is going to, throw the lance. He's gonna throw the lance.
Okay.
At the
Roll.
remaining Changelord.
Roll to hit.
This is gonna go so well.
So well. You don't even know how well.
Let's see. Does the to hit bonus increase at all?
How many hit points are you missing?
31.
It would still be 3, an extra plus 3.
Okay. I was wondering if it went up by 10s, but it does not. Or it might, just not that out of 10. Okay, let's... Yeah, let's do this dumb thing. How does this work? Okay. So I have it added on to that for it to make sense, but I need to check it here. Okay, cool. It's going to be plus 8 is 24.
24 hits, roll damage.
Okay.
As you hurl the lance towards the Changelord.
Okay, so that's the 5 there. Plus 1. Plus 2 there. So it'll be 5 plus 5d6 plus 3 plus a d4. Yeah. Okay. Yay, better damage. Wonderful. That was unfortunately a good, so keep that there. That. Yeah, okay, that's going to be 27 points of damage.
27 points of damage as you hurl the lance at the Changelord, and just as you've seen the Sanguine Blade do before, the lance pierces through the Changelord and pins them to the ground, like kind of piercing straight through their neck, and the Changelord is very dead. That is both of your attacks, though, to do that.
How far away is the Sanguine Blade to...
Probably about... well...
Fuck! I forgot I was gonna do something else as well. It's too late now, but that's fine.
She was...
lightning arrow on it, because I was gonna throw it.
She was pretty close to, that guard, so she's probably... Or that, lord. So she's probably, like, 25 feet from you.
Yeah, okay. Scammon is essentially going to, like, point, or, like, lock eyes with her, if possible.
Mm-hmm.
Point to the lance, and then is going to start, flying back up towards... wherever the fuck he thinks Whimsy may be.
Okay.
He's got no clue at this point. So he's gonna be hovering, like, 5 feet in the air, give or take.
The mortal guards... Holy shit, one of them crit and the other one hit on the remaining voidlings. One voidling is turned to a puddle, and the guard that didn't crit rolls max. As 2 more voidlings are kind of turned to puddles. That brings us to Bloom, you're up. But before you take your turn, I want to make sure you saw what I sent you in DMs.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Okay.
Alright. Perfect. I saw the message.
Yeah.
So wait, how many of the voidlings are still up?
1 voidling is still alive. And 0 changelords.
Okay. Is there a way that I could conjure barrage to hit the Voidwing and Jane Doe?
Not without friendly fire. You would hit one of the mortal guards.
Could I say that I hit Whimsy instead?
You don't know where exactly
Damn.
Whimsy is.
Damn.
I feel like, yeah. And the other thing, too, is, like, the angle would... Your choice is basically Scamon or a mortal guard. And you may or may not hit Whimsy with it.
I hit one of the mortal guards then.
Okay. Whimsy, roll me a d6.
That's a 3.
Okay, roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Yippee.
And I will roll for the guard, Jane Doe, and Voidling.
A save is 13, so it's like really low.
Jane Doe fails, the other two save.
That's a 16.
Saves.
Okay, so you'll take half. Then the other two will take half.
But Jane Doe takes full damage.
Jane Doe takes 9 points of damage. Everybody else takes
4.
Is it rounded up?
It's 4.
Okay, 4.
And then concentration save from Whimsy.
It wasn't the best thing that I could have done, but I really want that Voidling out of the way.
Fair.
Unfortunately,
26.
4 damage is not enough. 26 saves, you're fine. You're still invisible.
Kind of frustrated at this point. Bloom is just going to yeah, you know what? Just Oh, yeah, okay. I have a plan that'll be fun to do. I will throw Thunderbolt at the Voidling. Oh wait, no, it's incorporeal now, right?
It would be, yes, because it did just take damage.
Never mind. Thunderbolt at Jane Doe.
Didn't you use your action to cast Conjure Barrage?
Wait, no! I thought that only did one of my attacks.
No,
No,
it's your full action.
It's a spell. A spell is a full action, unless it's a bonus action spell. Which it's not. Which is funny. 'Cause it's funny you say that, Kate, because that's exactly what I was thinking of doing before, being like, I would do something, but the lance is a magical weapon, and this specifies a non-magical weapon. That's exactly what I was.
I just wasted my entire fucking turn for 9 damage.
Yep.
4 on the Voidling.
I wasted my turn for 4 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm so mad.
Welcome to Ranger.
I'm so mad.
Valid. That brings us to Whimsy.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. Oh, right, you still have Glacier.
Bloom's gonna use the rest of her movement to take Thunderbolt and try and wrap it around, try and chain the Voidling and Jane Doe.
So the Voidling is completely incorporeal.
Just Jane Doe.
You do not have an action to grapple. Glacier would have to do that.
End it all! Ending it all!
And
I'm so upset right now.
in the D&D combat, straight up ending it, and by it, let's just say, my turn.
I'm so mad. You don't even know how mad I am.
I'm sorry.
Here.
Oh my
You can hear
god.
how mad you are.
Oh my god.
Would you like to command Glacier to do something?
Give me a second.
Okay.
Yes, I would. But give me a second.
Okay. Valid crash out.
All right. Okay. Yes, I would like to command Glacier to do something.
Okay, what is Glacier doing?
I'd like to command Glacier to, I'll say, Glacier, wrap. Glacier is going to, take Thunderbolt, wrap around, Jane Doe, not to grapple her, but just so that, like, spiked metal is around her and touching her skin as, Glacier understands the command as, in her mouth the dagger is, and then in her mouth the dagger is. What the fuck, Yoda? And then she'll like make an improvised like attack with the dagger.
She's gonna try and throw it.
Jane Doe. Like try and throw it, or like just like sink it into the flesh.
If she does a melee attack, it doesn't strike the lightning. That's only on a ranged hit.
It doesn't. It's a ranged hit.
Yeah. Okay. So here's how I'm gonna rule that. Glacier is a drake. Drakes are historically not great at grabbing things with a lack of opposable thumbs or, you know, their mouth. So
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Here's what I'm going to say. Make an attack using the stats for her claw attack, or if she doesn't have a claw attack, her bite, but at disadvantage. On hit, it will effectively act as if you hit with, or as if she hit with the dagger, so it would be a d4 plus her strength, or her dex, whichever is higher.
It doesn't hit.
Well, what did she roll? Jane Doe does not have, she's got a high save.
She rolled 4 plus 3 plus 4, so she rolled 11.
11. Okay, misses, but she still threw the dagger.
Give me a second though, because the thing about this is I didn't want the dagger to hit. I wanted the lightning to happen.
Which is what I was saying. She still threw the dagger.
Yeah.
So, just as I have ruled in the War of Heroes campaign, Jane Doe is going to have disadvantage on her saving throw against the lightning and will take extra damage if she fails. Or will take extra damage in general. What is your DC on that? That's a 15?
I just need to check. It is 17.
17. She rolls
oh, wait,
a 16.
no, that's Dragon Assassin's dagger. Fuck. It's a 16! It's a 16!
She saves. Okay, but it's still it's still gonna be 4d10 lightning. She's just gonna take half.
I think I'm ending it all right now.
Ending it all as in your turn?
No, hold on.
Let's just say my turn.
19, so 9 points of damage.
Alrighty. As Glacier tosses the dagger, it makes contact and this bolt of lightning strikes down on Jane. And again, you see her begin to fall limp, but the song pulls more energy from her and forces her to stand. You see her kind of become even more hunched over, more exhausted. Anything else?
No.
Okay.
I'm so mad.
Whimsy, you are invisible. You see Scamon coming in your general direction. Not in the way that you want him to. And you see Zahn actively opening a planar portal.
Alright. Zahn, he does shit like that, alright? Let's just let him cook over there. She is focusing her attention on the people in front of her. If I were to cast a good old-fashioned ice ball. How many enemies could I get in here?
There are 2 enemies remaining, Jane Doe and 1 Voidling, which is currently incorporeal. So the only enemy that you could hit is Jane. But you could get the 3 mortal guards and Jane Doe.
That's true! Okay, yeah, she's gonna do that.
Okay.
Does it hit Bloom?
No, I'm gonna say no.
She's
Did
not
you
going
want
out of
it
her
to?
way to hit
No,
Bloom.
I didn't.
Jeez.
I'm still disappointed about my turn.
The guards all saved. One of them got a natural 20.
Damn.
The lowest roll was a 19. Jane fails.
Amazing. Hell yeah. That was not a surge, by the way.
The guards are
okay.
not doing well, though. So it might not matter.
Hell yeah. And this is going to be at 4th level. We rolled it a mod. Okay. That is going to be 44 cold damage.
You can add another 3 to the Whimsy kill count as you take out the 3 remaining guards. But Jane does hang on.
Unfortunate. She's also going to try to freeze her.
Of course you are. Natural 20.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate indeed, but I don't know how much of a difference it would make at this point. Anything else? Whimsy?
Let me see how I'm doing on something real quick. Yeah, cluck it, why not? I'm gonna go ahead and yeah. Have you never heard me say that? I say that all the fucking time.
I've never heard you say that. I've never registered that you said that.
You can ask Tabby. I literally say that all the time.
I guess my brain just like autofills it as fuck it because it sounds close enough.
I think it'd be really funny if you're gaslighting everyone right now.
That
I'm none the
would be
wiser.
hilarious.
But it would be really funny if you're like actively texting Tabby like, "Hey, so I need you to do me a solid here."
That is some talent in Ayla shit. I'm not part of the gaslight crew.
Me.
You've self-admitted that you love gaslighting.
I've never said anything like that.
Oh my fucking god.
Go on.
Anyways, yes. I'm going to go ahead and just do a quicken spell and Ray of Frost and hope that there's not another phase and I'm not just wasting that.
Quicken spell, Ray of Frost, roll the hit.
Uh, 22.
22 does hit.
an additional 21 cold.
Okay, 21 cold. As it hits Jane Doe, you see again the energy pulled from her with the song seems to weaken her even further. So to give you a mechanical explanation behind this, every time she is forced to stay alive by the song, her stats decrease.
Nice.
All 6 of them decrease. I will not tell you by how much, but it's enough to decrease her bonus by at least 1.
Hell yeah. Okay, that is, Whimsy is just, she's moving along. She's not staying in one place, just, you know, to not be an idiot, to make herself harder to locate and all that, but, that's my go.
Okay. She's low enough that I need to actually see if a change effect happens here. It does. Okay. And that is a... Nothing seems to happen.
Oh.
That brings us to Jane, who is going to attempt to force a change. She fails. As she kind of puts her hand against her chest, trying to make something happen, the energy just doesn't seem to work. It doesn't flow the way she wants it to, as she screams out,
Don't leave me, please, gods! God of faces, hear me!
That brings us to Zahn, who finishes casting the spell and is going to step through the portal.
Fuck.
Which begins to close. That brings us to the Voidling, which is incorporeal and becomes corporeal at the end of its turn. Skamon, you're up.
Oh, no. Okay. How fast is the portal closing?
You have a couple turns to get to it, but it's closing pretty quickly.
Fuck, Skamon's looking at that. No, because
Is Skamon like standing in indecision?
Skamon is floating in indecision.
Because Bloom will yell at Skamon, "Go! You need to chase that man." There is an authority in Bloom's voice that you have only heard when she was yelling at Whimsy.
Okay, great. Whimsy is still invisible, right?
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Here, Whimsy can teleport, right? She has a spell that teleports. She's done.
Yeah. She also really wants to kill the bitch in front of her, though, but,
Yeah. No. Okay. I mean, on one hand, this is his chance to get rid of Whimsy. Yeah, no, fuck it. Okay. He's gonna call out across the field. Oh, what is he gonna say across the field? He's going to crawl across the field, crawl across the field, not knowing exactly where Whimsy is. And you're gonna hear, how do I sentence? You're gonna hear, oh my god, I have the words, I promise.
You're good. Take your time.
Okay. I got what he says. Whimsy, you hear him. Yeah, you hear from Skamon. I'm going after the thing I've been sent here and across planes to find. It's now your choice where you're going, Whimsy. And he's going to dash towards Zahn.
Okay. You use your action to dash towards the closing portal.
Oh, he has fucking Zephyr Strike too. He's not going to use that first. He's not going to do that, but he's just going to dash.
Okay. That brings us to the Sanguine Blade, who will kind of glance between the fleeing Skamon and Bloom, as she says, "My job here is done. Good luck with the rest of this," as she melts into blood and vanishes. Bloom, you're up.
Right. Is the Voidling gone?
No, the Voidling is still alive, and it is corporeal now.
It is corporeal?
Mm-hmm. And
All
it's
right.
looking real hurt.
Then we are going to... How funny would it be if I just, like, said... no, I'm not going to do that. That would be diabolical of me. Dragon Assassin's Dagger on the corporeal Voidling.
Roll to hit.
Unnatural 20.
Hits. As you hurl the dagger, it has 3 hit points. As you hurl the dagger at the Voidling, it impacts, and immediately the Voidling melts into just this black puddle. As the Voidling dies, you hear the song fade. As Jane is there on her knees. You see she tries to kind of pull herself up, turn in your direction, as she opens her mouth to speak, to sing, and just collapses. She is exhausted, but still conscious. That's your first attack.
I go up to her, like, kind of dash up, and with, because Thunderbolt's right there, with Thunderbolt ready, you can choose to change. That's kind of your whole thing, but you can choose to be better.
Is that the end of your turn?
Like, kind of readying Thunderbolt, so that if she does anything terrible, it will drive straight into her heart.
Okay. Whimsy, do you give her that choice?
Absolutely not.
Then
I'm sorry.
Then Whimsy, Silly Autumn Lily, Princess of Wet Leaves. How do you want to do this?
Can I argue that Glacier will be standing in the way, so that if Whimsy is going to kill Jane Doe, then she has to go through Glacier?
You could say that, yeah. Except no, you can't, because Whimsy's invisible. You don't know where she is.
But, like, standing on guard in the general area.
I guess. But I don't think it'd be enough to stop Whimsy.
Like wings draped over.
Maybe. Yeah. If it's an AoE thing, then Whimsy's gonna catch Glacier in it for sure.
If you have Glacier, like, draped over, like, where it would block, like, a direct hit, then she's just gonna do something AoE, I'm sorry.
No, fair enough.
Give me just a moment. Yeah, there's no need to do it at 4th level, but we're just going to be a little bit extra. I'll let you decide if I need to really roll damage on it, but
Only because Glacier
is...
will be in the radius, I'm gonna need you to roll damage on your spell here.
Okay. Well, can I get a dex save?
From Glacier. Jane is exhaustion level 5.
Let me just check and see what her hit points are at, actually. 5 plus 5 times your ranger level. My ranger level is 10, so she has 50 hit points, but she got down actually she got down nothing because everything was ice damage. So
She's a lightning drake.
She is a lightning drake, you're right. So she has 6 hit points left then.
Okay.
Yeah. So what did you say you needed, sorry?
Dex save, but I don't think it'll matter.
I don't think it matters. That's
it
just
won't.
Dex save is 6.
Okay. The ground below Jane Doe and Glacier begins to violently rumble as Whimsy's off and on laughter throughout this whole ordeal crescendos, and she just kind of yells out to Skamon, "Why would I choose when I can just have both of the things I want, silly?" And she is going to, with Erupting Earth, a bunch of basically huge frozen icicles pop out of the ground, completely impaling Jane Doe and Glacier like shish kebabs. Their bodies kind of probably falling down it a little bit, but it is most certainly a lethal blow.
As Glacier's body goes limp, he vanishes like a familiar or a fae. But Jane Doe, her corpse does hang from the ice that erupts from the earth as you turn and begin to dart towards the portal.
Will there be time for Bloom to make an attack before Whimsy leaves?
You can try, but again, she is invisible. So you will have disadvantage.
Did she make an attack, though?
Greater invisibility doesn't end when a spell is cast.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's been invisible the whole fight.
Throw Thunderbolt at the foot of the portal.
Skamon is closer than Whimsy is. But also, the portal is like 100 feet away.
Just throw Thunderbolt towards where Bloom thinks that Whimsy is.
Okay. Roll to hit at disadvantage.
Does a 15 hit?
It does not.
As you hurl Thunderbolt, a bolt of lightning strikes, but you hear no reaction from Whimsy as you watch Skamon soar through the portal, and Whimsy, I assume you dart shortly after him?
She does. She at that, like, you just hear an offended, like, gasp, as her voice kind of disappearing just bellows out. Bloom, really?
You have
A
made
little salty, aren't we?
with thaumaturgy again. Uh, nobody hurts Glacier. You have made a grave enemy, Whimsy Autumn Lily.
You missed the silly part. I feel sorry for whoever Whimsy Autumn Lily is, though. Okay, bye-bye. Have fun with that.
As you step through the portal, Bloom, you stand on a broken battlefield. The only living thing before you hear a tick, 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 tick. And your whole world kind of pulls until you are standing in a familiar garden. As you appear, you hear a chuckle behind you. You turn your attention and you see a little older than the last time you saw him, a little rougher. The form that's more familiar to you, Skemon, as he chuckles and says, yeah. Welcome back. See what I had to deal with?
Wow, how did you put up with that?
I ask myself that every day. He wants to talk to you.
Of
I've
course.
got another mission to do. He kind of reaches a hand to the solid black wood tree, touching one of the slowly dying branches, and vanishes into it. You wander the halls. You know where you're going, but you need a moment. You need to take a breath, to calm yourself, and he is nothing if not a patient man. But eventually, you walk yourself into the marble office, built in a style that is more familiar to your homeland than the places that you've been recently. But he turns his attention to you, the taller, pale-skinned elven man, long brown hair and a beautiful green cloak on his back, with the symbol of a clock, the symbol of time. As he looks
What's
at
up,
you,
man? Thanks for the assist, bro.
you continue to take these missions far too recklessly. You are welcome for the assist, bro. But I implore you, please, be more careful next time, Bloom. Just because death isn't permanent for you, just because he won't claim you out there, doesn't mean that you can throw away resources sending yourself back again and again. We need to be careful with the timeline, especially one as close to dying as that one.
I understand, sir.
But it was impressive work, what you did. And I am sorry for not informing you of my ulterior motive of sending you specifically. Due to your closeness with Skemon, I figured it was important for you to see his past, where he came from, firsthand. I knew I had to send one of my agents there, or else he never would have learned her name and would have died trying to fight her. And it felt fitting to send you. I also apologize for not warning you properly about the lengths to which Ambition's Chosen will go to get what she wants. I understand you are angry with her, and so I will give you as many missions as you would like between now and the next. But there is another dying timeline that those two are a part of. You will need to be back.
Yes, I understand.
Take your time. Go visit someone, or spend time in a timeline just to get your bearings. Go see a movie, or watch a play. Witness the dragon attack. I don't know. Whatever you're interested in. Get your bearings. Take your time. And then I will point you to their next problem that you need to be there for.
Thank you.
A letter also came. Sally brought it, and he'll hold an envelope to you.
Bloom will take it.
She says it's from your timeline.
What? Bloom opens it. Is it what I think it is?
It is absolutely what you think it is, as you read the invitation to the funeral of the woman you loved.
Yeah!
We are going to go ahead and call break there. Thank you, Kate, for joining us.
We love you.
We will be back shortly. And we are back. So, Scamon.
Mm-hmm.
You rush through the portal. Just as you step through it, you hear Whimsy on your tail.
Skaman is drawing both of his blades as he goes through. He doesn't know what's on the other end of this.
I had hoped he would be back by now. As you fall through the portal, being pulled in every direction, your consciousness fading, your feet hit concrete. No, not concrete, tile. Some granite tile, maybe? As your swords are drawn, before you even process where you are, a voice speaks up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No need for those. As your eyes flit up, you see a desk in front of you. A nameplate that just reads Sally. And the familiar young, maybe 20-ish year old woman in a black sweater, her hands raised, orange hair that fades to more of a yellow, her violet eyes. Calm down. I just wanted to talk.
You gonna actually talk this time, or are you gonna continue being cryptic as fuck?
I can't give you all the answers. Where are you at?
With my patients, or...
So
Because those are
you're
running pretty thin.
far enough back that you don't know what I mean when I ask that. I mean on your journey. What did you just complete?
We just left the plane of air.
Oh, so you're still early days yet.
I don't like this, what that entails. How long does this thing go on for?
Do you already know that I can't answer that question? Not directly?
It's not going to stop me from asking it.
No, I wouldn't expect it to. Right, okay. Plane of air. So, you see her face kind of falls. I only have one stock left to make.
Oh?
This just got a little bittersweet. I think this is the last time I'm going to see you. It won't be the last time you see me, but it's been a pleasure getting to know you. Right, so, let's review.
Okay.
By plane of air, you know... What do you know? You know... You know about the void, right?
He pulls out a stone from the void.
Okay. You've only been there
No, not
once,
at all.
right?
So far,
Mm-hmm.
by the sounds of it.
Okay. So you've encountered Elseth now,
Who?
the Void King.
Right, the Void King that didn't actually die when to fly off into the sunset. Well, the
You've
dark sunset.
encountered the Hunter.
The one that doesn't fucking die, or the one on the other end of the phone?
Both of them.
Right.
You have defeated an Avatar.
Sure.
And you understand the stakes if they succeed.
Not really.
I thought Bloom was with you. I thought she would have explained it.
Bad stuff. Time break.
Yeah, she explained it. You got it. You've got...
I don't know what... I don't get it. I don't know what that means.
You'll understand eventually.
I'm about to just stop understanding everything, despite you.
Never change. It's game on. Right, so... What abilities have you awoken yet?
The fuck you mean by that?
None. Understood. Right, so... You're gonna start noticing some things. You're gonna start noticing
I already
some
went
changes.
through puberty. I don't want to go through puberty again. Don't do this to me. What do you mean?
I guess puberty is a good comparison. You're not going to know how to control it at first. But the longer you are on this journey, the closer you and I get. And unfortunately, a close bind to a being like me leads to some consequences. You're going to start developing abilities that don't make sense. I don't know which ones you're going to develop. Because there are 1,000 different versions of you splitting off from even just this moment that develop hundreds of different possible abilities. So I can't tell you what you're going to get. Even if I could, I don't know. But I do know the first thing you're going to start to develop is the ability to see somewhat into the fourth dimension. Your mind is going to translate it into a three-dimensional understanding, but you're going to be able to get more information by looking at things.
Okay.
In particular, the two things that are going to make sense to you right now and are going to matter, when you start to develop this ability, you are going to be able to tell which voidlings are connected to one another. Though you are not going to be able to attack the greater creature.
No.
And you are going to be able to see the mark.
Mark. What mark?
Every being who has been touched by a power older than the previous generation is marked. So for you, any being that has been touched by an Aboltian or something else is going to be marked. I believe Ace Talkish mentioned marks to you.
That I remember that.
I will not be able to tell you what each mark means, because everyone sees them a little bit differently. Most of them are self-explanatory. Most people will see my mark as a clock or an hourglass.
Mm-hmm.
Not all of them are going to make immediate sense. But you're going to have to keep track of what mark means what.
Uh-huh.
Other than that, I don't know what powers you're going to develop. It could be anything.
So in other words, I can't ask you how to make it stop then, because you're not gonna know, huh?
It's too late.
Of course it is.
If it's any consolation, you chose this.
Fucking when?
That's a harder
Certainly
question
hasn't
to
been
answer.
Oh yeah, of course it is.
You chose this when you reached out to me. But by that point, you had already met me. Kind of a bootstrap thing, but it's the funny thing about time. You kind of...
Okay, I don't remember reaching out to you at all.
Exactly.
So I'm stuck like this now, basically.
You're stuck like this because in the future you reach out to me. By reaching out to me, you bind us. However, you only reached out to me because we already had our binding. Like I said, bootstrap. To put it into another perspective, If you were a time traveler, a huge fan of the works of Aspai Star Dreamer Yulate, and you wanted to meet him, you realize you're a time traveler, why not go and meet him before he became all of this? You travel to the past when he got started, you look around trying to find him, but no one knows that name. But you've brought all the notes of the music that he wrote, the tournaments he started, how he built gladiatorial combat as a sport. And so you decide you don't want to live in a world where he never existed. So you take the sheet music, you take the blueprints, you build the Colosseum, you get his music published, you become Aspai. Who then wrote those plans, those songs? Who built that Colosseum? To me, you reached out to me first. This happened because you chose it. But you only knew to reach out to me because we had already had this conversation. Bootstrap.
Screamo just, like, I'm guessing he is gonna just fucking sit on the floor, actually. He doesn't care about whatever the fuck's around him, he just straight up sits on the floor.
Fair enough.
During this explanation. And he has been getting more and more agitated the longer she goes on. And he just kind of sits there, silently, like, fuming and calculating. Like sitting, knees are up, his elbows are on his knees, and then his fingers are, like, pressed together in that, like, tent style. And he's just kind of leaning into them with his nose is kind of touching the top of his fingers, and then his thumbs are, like, bracing the bottom of his chin. And he's just staring at whatever is in front of him.
Does that make sense to you?
Unfortunately. So in other words, just don't reach out to you and I can avoid this for myself, yeah?
If you don't reach out to me, you don't have the power to defeat Zahn. To track him down, to complete your mission, if you were never chosen, Zahn is never caught, Zahn completes his mission, everything dies. Or falls into depression.
He just starts, like, angry chuckling.
I know. I felt that way too, for a long time. Before I got a handle on all this, I just would appear wherever the whims of time felt I was needed. I didn't get the chance to make friends or meet people in the right order. I didn't get that choice like I do now. Where to go, when to go, what to do. I couldn't even touch people. I couldn't shake hands, I couldn't hug.
Is that gonna happen to me then?
Probably not. There's already a mortal incarnation of time. No, you're not becoming time. You're becoming something else.
And that means?
You're going to develop time-based powers, but generally you're going to experience events in the correct order. Time will still flow around you. It won't be entirely yours to command. But you might lose yourself a little bit. The Skamon you know now. You knew before all this started, even. You might...
Great. Wonderful. They go fucking insane. This is fantastic.
What you're gonna become would be closer compared to... I guess closer compared to Jane.
Great, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Wonderful.
Not so insane, but you embody something essential, but you aren't an incarnation. You are yourself still. You're still mortal, depending on your definition.
He's attempting breathing exercises, still on the floor.
I know this is a lot, and I don't know where it's going, what's going to happen. There are so many versions of you, Skamon. There's a point where you all converge, but you're nowhere near that point yet. You're going to progress through your life, your story, your tale, the way you want to, the way you're supposed to. Time is going to correct itself around you, even in places where it's broken. Even with people that don't follow its rules. Does that make sense?
Not really.
No, I guess it wouldn't. I don't think there's a way I could explain it that it would. What about you? Do you have any questions? Anything I might be able to answer?
I'm just stuck like that.
Unfortunately, it's too late to go back. It's always been too late. The moment you were born, it's been too late. My sister is a strange being, but she's already picked out your ending before you even began.
Great.
She doesn't care how you get there. You could destroy everything in your path, or be a good person and make positive changes. You could break the world or make it anew. The ending's gonna be the same, but the path you take to get there, that's up to you. The person you are on the other end, that's up to you.
Oh wow, voice crack. He's kind of like more head in his hands now, like kind of covering his eyes as he's very much trying to avoid Sally noticing the fact that there are tears starting to well up in his eyes.
This part's always the hardest. No one likes change. No one wants things to be different. No one wants time to march on, but that's my job. My job is to keep marching when everyone else wants it to stop. To keep changing, to keep progressing. Jane was a fool blinded by ambition. Not literally, I haste to mention, given the scope of powers we're dealing with. She thought she knew what was right, but she was wrong. You'll meet others like her, who think they know what they're doing, but they don't. Some people are less wrong than she was. I think the next one you're going to meet is less wrong than she was, but still wrong.
Great. How long until I have to deal with that one? You can't answer that. I'm waiting time.
Not long. Unfortunately, every stop of your journey, you're gonna meet people like Jane. Some are gonna help you, some are gonna hinder you, some are gonna be friends at first and enemies later. Some are gonna be enemies first and friends later.
What is the fucking point?
I don't remember. I once knew, a long time ago, another version of me, another incarnation. I barely remember his name now. The only reason I know it at all, actually, is because of you. You tell me somewhere down the line. Halsick was his name. An older version of me. He knew the point. I think he was the last version of me to know the point.
Of course. Just now I'm stuck. Effectively babysitting a 19-year-old that has proper self-awareness and survival skills, and also having to fix other entities' bullshit because they can't get their head out of their own asses. Wonderful. And I don't get a choice in any of this.
Don't blame the patrons.
Oh yeah, don't blame they're actively causing problems.
No, they're not. Jane Doe never once heard the voice of the unending developer. The song on her lips was a warning, one that she didn't heed. One that she didn't understand.
Okay, so instead of that, we have to deal with people that think they're referring to some other entity and having to babysit them before they get their heads out there on it. It's still not great. Still not great.
Okay. Some of the patrons, some of them think they know what they're doing and think that something like what Jane did is the right idea. So, I guess in some cases you can blame the patron.
Yeah, great. Wonderful.
But I don't think you'll ever really know which patron you can blame and which one you can't. Not everything you encounter is a world-ending threat.
I fucking sure hope not.
One
Why'd you say it like that?
One of the biggest events in your future, the biggest threat is just you have to deal with a jury.
Oh, great. Why?
I can't tell you that, but it's not world ending if you fail, because you can just break out and get to where you need to be anyway.
What the? Oh, blame Whimsy. I don't want to blame Whimsy, but it's gonna be really hard to not immediately blame Whimsy for that. Don't worry about that. We're gonna hopefully.
I don't think I can tell you whose fault it is.
Until we can forget that, because yeah, there's no way that you can tell me whose fault it is, and I'm not actually gonna know because I do dumb shit, and I'm gonna be angry now, and I'm gonna do dumb shit while I'm angry because of course. I won't lose my fucking mind.
No, that's a while out yet, though. Your next stop is probably the most brutal. Not on you necessarily, but scale-wise.
Wonderful. Well, are we walking into a nuclear zone?
You're closer than you would think. Look, I can't tell you much, but I can give you some context as to what you're walking into.
Mm-hmm.
The portal that you stepped through opens into the elemental plane of fire.
I guess that it was orange.
The elemental plane of fire and the elemental plane of earth are connected just like the planes of air and water, but the difference is that the plane of fire and the plane of earth have less friendly relations. There have been years and years of tension building, and 20 years ago, it just snapped.
So we're walking into effectively a nuclear war zone.
On the bright side, they don't have nuclear bombs.
Yet?
No, nuclear bombs simply do not function in the plane of fire. So, one side couldn't develop them, and one side couldn't use them. Because you can't develop them in the plane of fire, and the plane of earth would have no use for them unless the plane of fire claimed significant land. But then, at that point, if they used it, they'd be destroying what they believe they rightfully own, which, to be fair, they do. It's called the Magma War. It's been raging for 20 years, but it's not the first time these two planes have fought.
So avoid any government official, essentially.
That's not going to be possible. On the other side of this portal, on the other side of the portal you step through is the halls of the Brass Palace.
Sally, I have my weapons drawn.
Yeah, you might want to put those away.
Will that
What
translate?
Hang on.
God broke.
No, reactive broke.
Oh.
I need both of you to reset yours. Just swap to one and then back to your Planar Cosmos one. There we go. That worked.
Weird.
It should. I think. Probably.
Wonderful, wonderful. Great. That's... Oh, Rock Palace, we have Whimsy. Oh, that's gonna be even worse.
On the bright side, Whimsy's ice magic is not going to be as effective in the elemental plane of fire.
Oh, so if we get attacked, we're fucked.
Not necessarily. I didn't say not effective. I said less. And
So we're almost fucked.
you should probably be fine. The Magma War is pushed past the border between the planes, kind of into the elemental plane of Earth. Mostly. You'll be fine, I'm sure. It's also possible that she might be powerful enough to overcome how hot it is in the plane with her ice magic, and I could be spouting bullshit.
She's not gonna just, like, melt. She's not made of ice.
No.
She's not gonna just...
No, she's flesh and blood.
Physically.
For now.
She might, like, melt for now. Not gonna question that. Not gonna question that. No, I'm questioning that for now.
I mean, until she was identified, Jane Doe wasn't. Whimsy's got her own patron, too.
Wonderful. This is awful.
In fact, Whimsy's a particularly unique case.
Sure, say that again.
Mm-hmm.
Though, probably for different reasons, but you can sure say that again.
Yeah, other than that, I can't really tell you much. Partially because a lot of it hasn't happened in this timeline and might be different, and partially because I can't really tell you the future too much.
Okay, hold on. That thing. The timeline thing. Jumping timelines. What the fuck? What happened? What happened?
I don't know.
More specifically, why did you show up yelling at me?
That was a different version of me.
How was that? It was younger you, was it not?
It's complicated. Really complicated. That version of me is the one who lives in the garden. You won't understand what that means for a while. But it's where Bloom came from.
Oh, great.
She that version of me is still me, but she's my future, I guess.
Who's younger than you?
In appearance alone.
Great. So I get yelled at by you, but it's not you. You still appear fucking everywhere with not useless information, but I would honestly prefer useless information over this.
It would be more accurate to think of me I guess if it's easier, you could think of me as another fourth dimensional creature like the Voidlings. There's different versions of me. We have different memories. We travel through the time lines a lot, but we're all the same person. We originate from the same point and we end at the same point. It's not quite the same, but
sure.
Might be easier than trying to comprehend the intricacies of splitting and time travel and all of that this early.
I think we'll just stick with that explanation and not worry about anything else, because that's just gonna make me have a headache that's worse than I don't actually have one, but worse than the one I feel like I should be having right.
To be clear, by the way, the example I gave for the bootstrap thing, that didn't actually happen. Aspa is a real person. He always has been. He's not secretly a time traveler in disguise. Just immortal.
Who's that?
He's... Oh, right, you're from the Shadowfell. He's a material plane celebrity who's lived for a few thousand years. He invented the sport of gladiator fighting. He's a performer at heart.
Is he pink?
Red?
Okay, I think I've heard of him like once.
Maybe. He once claimed on an interview that he's immortal because he ate a pine cone once every day.
He's the fuck. What? Huh? No, we're not getting into whatever the fuck that is. That's some celebrity bullshit.
Everyone knows it was a lie. He gives a different answer every time he's asked that question.
Okay.
Most of the time...
Okay, that makes more sense.
Most of the time, by when I was still mortal, they would just ask him the question to see what he would come up with.
Okay, but what is the answer?
I can't tell you that.
Why not? Does it have any effect in this?
I can't tell you that.
Oh, joy. Cool, I can't even know funny information because it's still tied up in this fucking bullshit. Is there any part of this that isn't going to suck?
You're gonna get to see your family again before it's over.
Are they going to be okay? You're not gonna answer that.
There is a point where you talk to them and they're okay before this is all over. I mean, haven't you enjoyed some of it?
I've tried to. I can't exactly say for sure, because every time I thought I was even starting to enjoy myself, something went stupidly wrong. Immediately. So, I've tried.
There's one step on your journey. One of the earliest in my memory. So, one of the last steps for you that I remember you enjoying a lot. To be fair, so did Whimsy.
Cool, I guess.
So,
Great.
it doesn't all suck.
It's just gonna suck for the foreseeable future, at least, yeah?
Well, what do you define as the foreseeable future?
I don't even fucking know anymore, honestly.
I think the next step is gonna suck.
Great.
Blood and death is going to surround you. You might even meet him. Not because of you, but because of what you're walking into.
By him, you referring to death.
She nods.
Great.
Although, I suppose you've already seen him, haven't you?
Once. Officially, at least, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that was Scablon.
I'm gonna miss checking up on you.
I can't exactly. I don't exactly know what aspect of you was the end. So.
I think I might check up on you one time that you don't realize who I am. Just to do it one more time. Didn't you go to a McDonald's in the Feywild?
Oh. Mhm.
I might go take your order. Just to see you again. But first, I have to go yell at you outside of a burning facility, so...
Can I ask you one more thing, at least?
I mean, I can't promise an answer, but ask away.
Do I get to go home after this?
As many times and for as long as you want. As many different versions of home as you want to see. But I think the question you should be asking is, will you want to go home after all this? Will you be in a place where you trust that they won't look at you and see a monster?
They don't have to see me.
I suppose they won't, if you play your cards right. Assuming you survive to the end of this, at the end of it all, just like with Bloom, the whole universe is your backyard. anywhere in the history of mortality, any of the timelines, anything. If you make it to the other end of this, you can go watch your mother grow up. You can go fight in the War of Heroes. You can...
I think after this I'll be done with fighting. For a while, at least.
You could go watch the first gladiatorial match, or travel the stars in a spaceship. You guys do get to that point eventually. Your sci-fi books and movies, they come true eventually. You could go see them, see the stars. Not just the planar cosmos, but the material cosmos too. See how much of existence is locked behind these creations towards the end of your generation. You could watch the founding of empires and watch them fall. You could go and punch Whimsy's father in the face before Whimsy even exists. Just because.
Am I going to want to?
Probably.
My father's not the one I was about to have problems with, so... Does she have a father? You wouldn't have said that if she didn't.
And you'll meet him sooner than you're going to want to.
Okay. Do I keep that from her?
I think so. I think it's best if she doesn't know yet.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Well, are you ready? Or do you have any more questions?
Other than ones I know you can't or won't answer? No. No, I don't.
Good luck.
Thanks.
And
good luck with you. Whatever you're doing.
Thank you. I mean it. I know you don't know what I'm thanking you for yet, but thank you.
Okay. You're welcome.
She smiles as you see the office fade around you. The temperature rises rapidly, and
He's gonna make sure the blades are away.
Your blades are still away as your feet hit brass. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session. Thank you all for listening to my tale as we come to the end of our first leg of the journey. The first, I believe you mortals call it arc of your tale. This tale. I do hope he comes back soon. Thank you again. And I will see you all next week. Goodbye for now, my friends.